Hi, so I'm going to show you how easy it is to make jam. Jam is seriously probably the easiest thing you will ever make in your Thermomix. It is pretty much 2 ingredients. You can mix with the flavours sometimes and add some vanilla or cinnamon and things like that. But I'm making raspberry jam and it is literally equal parts raspberries and sugar. So that is it. Like it can't get any easier. It just can't. So weigh your raspberries. I know I've got a kilo because I pre-ordered these. Now these are still slightly frozen and that is perfectly fine. So you can use frozen berries. These were freshly picked berries that I ordered from a local farm here in Tassie. Oh, I'm making a mess. But just pop your berries in. And then, oops, I've lost a berry down there. Put all your berries in. And then you're going to add the same amount of sugar. So I know I have a kilo of berries here. So I know I've actually just measured out a kilo of sugar. Now I know that sounds like a lot, but when you think about how much jam you actually use on a piece of toast, messy hand, piece of toast, or if you're putting it on a slice or something, it's really not a lot. The sugar helps preserve it, so that is what you want. So you can lower the sugar content, your jam just might not last as long. But if that's okay, if you're going to use it a lot, then that's okay, or if you're going to give it away as a gift, then that's fine as well. So I'll pop my lid on, which I actually still have over on my sink, rinsing. What's this? Pop my lid on, and I'm just going to cook that on Verona temperature for about 20 minutes. Give or take a few, so really keep an eye on it. You don't want it to start to burn, but that is it. It's literally that. So turn that on, pop it on for 20 minutes. Like I said, if you're worried that it might burn from the sugar, only pop it on for 15 and see what it thinks. It could be thick enough after 15. I know the Thermomix 5, the Verona temperature is hotter than the 31, or the Bellinis and things like that. So maybe, you might need to cook yours for a little bit longer. But I'll give you a hint in a second when it's cooked, after the 20 minutes, and I'll show you how it should look before you bottle it up. So I'm going to turn mine on just about speed 1 or 2. The berries will start to cook down, and that will provide the juice, and then we'll have jam in about 20 minutes. Again, mine was frozen, so they probably will take longer than 20 minutes. But that's okay. I'll just keep cooking it for another 5 or 10 minutes at a time until I get it to the consistency I need it to put it in my bottles. So I'm going to go and wash my hands, and I'm going to sterilise and wash my bottles and my jars. I got these awesome little glass jars from Target the other day, so I have washed them and I'm going to pop them in the oven to sterilise. And to sterilise them, just wash them in really, really hot soapy water. Rinse them out really well. You don't want any soap suds in there. And put them into a cold oven and turn your oven to about 100, 80 to 100. And it'll heat the glass up slowly, so therefore the glass will less likely crack. And if it does, obviously it wasn't going to withhold the jam. So it's a really good way to test your jars as well before you bottle up your jam. And you want to bottle up your jam hot, so you want to put them into hot or warm glass. So don't ever put jam into cold glass, because you do run the risk of the glass exploding, and that would just be bad. So anyway, jam, so easy. It took me about, 3 minutes, not even that, a minute to put it in the Thermomix and get it cooking, and it'll be ready in about 20 odd minutes. I'll catch you back when it starts to chime. All right, see you soon. All right, I've got about 10 seconds to go, and I'm just getting my glass jars out of the oven. So they're really, really hot, so be very, very careful. Just turn that off. So I'm just getting them all ready, and we're nearly ready to bottle. Now, one thing I did forget to say before was leave your MC out and put your basket on top. And if you do notice it starts to overflow, and mine was starting to do that, just turn your temperature down to 100 and that should fix it, and it will still cook nicely. So I'm just going to check that it's all ready, and I'm positive it is, because I've done this a million times before. I've just got a spatula here, so it is all around the edge here. And I can already see that it's quite a nice thick consistency. So it is still runny, but it will thicken up. It's starting to stick to my spatula, and so that will know, I will know that that will thicken up as soon as it's set, as soon as it goes cold. So if you're worried about it, you can cook it for a little bit further, and it won't hurt your jam. It'll be perfectly fine. Like I said, it might start to bubble over. So if it does start to bubble over, just put it onto 100 and you should be good to go. So I'm going to pour this into my jars. I'm fairly confident this is fine. So I'm just making a bit of a mess here, but that's okay. So my jars are still very hot. I'm just going to get this out. And this is very hot as well. So be super, super careful. And you'll notice I actually put an apron on because if raspberries splatter on your clothes, you're probably not going to get it out of your clothes. So just be really aware of that as well. And yeah, bottle it up. Put a funnel here. So I'll just use that to help me a little bit. And it should be good. And hopefully this will set into beautiful homemade raspberry jam. So you can see it is still fairly runny. You can see that in the video there. But that's okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit in each jar to start off with. I'll do one of these ones so you can see. And it's a beautiful thick red, like vibrant, dark red really colour, I suppose. Don't worry if you make a mess. You can just clean that up. So fill them right to the top, like as up to where the little screw part is. So right to the top of sort of before you put the lid on area. And then, yeah, just continue that and you'll have all your jam ready for the next, well, quite a few months. Okay, thanks, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.